I'm more tired right now than I've ever been in my life. It's really weird um, how you can be severely long term, severely sleep deprived and not feel tired. Like, that's some kind of weird phenomenon, or it's a neurological thing to be severely sleep deprived and sick from not sleeping, but also not like you're tired but not tired like you should be. You don't feel super tired. Like when I was running on 1 or 2 hours a night for 4.5 years, I was crazy and dying from not sleeping and didn't feel, you know, really tired. I would get into bed and be awake for hours. And right now I'm super, super tired. I'm more tired than I've ever been. It's so weird. What is this nightmare that I'm trapped in? My doctor booked an appointment with me, and I feel like this is it. This appointment next week. I feel like this is the appointment that's gonna let me know whether, I don't know, he's gonna maybe drop me as a patient, or he found surgery, which I don't think. He got someone to give me surgery, but I don't think so. And if he's going to tell me there's no options, then I'm finished. There's nowhere for me to turn to. I'm terrified. Now I'm what's the word? Like, since I read this message from him, I'm just kind of holding my breath now. I'll be holding my breath for a week. Why do doctors do that? Why can't they call? I feel like I'm trapped in this nightmare and I don't understand any of it. There's a lot of victim blaming in the medical field. Not with this doctor of mine, but it's bizarre, and I've spoken about this on social media, and there have been doctors that totally agreed with me. There's a lot of victim blaming, and they can create a narrative about you and your medical records that isn't true, and it just continues. This narrative that they create behind the scenes is bizarre, because you can be destroyed, you can be killed, at not understanding that this narrative exists about you. And this is what we've gotten into, and there's no way to remedy it. There's no way, like in a normal, healthy world, someone would put a stop to this and give me the surgery. It's like, um, it's like the sick dynamics in a family and no one knows how to put a stop to it. It's the exact same thing. Like, have you ever seen people go to a counselor and they're suffering from their family? And the counselor's solution is to cut your family off, to just not talk about your family, not talk to anybody in your family anymore, to cut your family off. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of these counselors have cut their families off or cut their parents off. A lot of these, and I'm usually not in agreement with all these counselors who advocate for everybody to cut their parents off or cut their families off, because it doesn't seem right. Because and there, people say that, people can't change. Well, I've seen people change. I've seen older people learn things. I've seen people grow. So to just tell everybody to cut everybody off, and that's the solution. Oh, you've got a sore toe? Well, let's cut your leg off. And is it a challenge to, to help a whole family, a whole dysfunctional family? Yeah, it is. But I think counselors are telling people to just cut their families off or cut their parents off because it's the easiest route for them to go. Easiest route for the counselor to go and still get paid to continue to validate the individual. But I don't think it's the way to go. And, it's the same with the medical system. You get into messy stuff like this where doctors are victim blaming you and, covering up mistakes, and you get into messy stuff like this and there's no solution. No one will address the problem. And it's bizarre for me to know that the people in positions of power won't even go near messy stuff like this, even if it means life or death, to help somebody. But it's more than just messy stuff. It's like, I think what this boils down to is covering up mistakes, and I don't know. I get it. I understand it. I understand now that they're mortally wounded when someone recognizes mistakes that they've made. I understand that it's so much to do with the ego, but this is even at the risk of people being harmed, right? Which I don't understand that part. Like allowing people to protect their ego, allowing people to cover up mistakes. And we're all human. We all make mistakes. But allowing someone to cover up their mistakes while, refusing individuals' care, and that leading to the end of some people, like life and death. Allowing someone to cover up their mistakes and run for cover while the victim dies. Like, I have a few videos, that are just really unbelievable. And this woman went in for surgery. She's from Canada. She went in from surgery. She went in for a surgery. And what happened is during the surgery, they accidentally nicked her phrenic nerve. She went in for gallbladder surgery. Accidentally nicked her phrenic nerve. She didn't know what happened, but she went home and now couldn't swallow, and I think she was having trouble breathing, and she could no longer eat, and she would have died. She, was calling the doctor, calling the hospital. Nobody would have anything to do with her. This was life and death. An accident happened during the surgery. I don't know if they were aware of it during the surgery or not. They closed her up, sent her home, and then started presenting with life and death symptoms. This is a medical emergency, and everybody locked her out, and everybody refused to answer her questions. Everybody refused to see her. This was life and death. This is the same situation. They blacklisted her. Everyone refused to see her. And had she not had the resources to get somewhere for urgent help, she would have died. That's a fact. I've got the video. She's a woman maybe 10 years older than me. And it was more important for them to cover that up than to give her help. This is what we're talking about. How can this be? So she flew, I think, to Mexico, from here to Mexico for life-saving surgery, repair, to get this nerve fixed so she could swallow and eat and breathe. How could the powers that be not force the surgeons to fix what happened? And she's talking during this video. I saw it on the news. I taped it with my phone. I taped the TV. It was on the 6:00 news or whatever, and I taped it. Just mind-blowing. So the powers that be would rather everyone scramble to cover up, and everyone is scrambling, and they're refusing to talk to this woman, and everyone froze her out. Everyone refused her care. This is blacklisting. It's bizarre. So I understand it, but to me, it's insane. You're treated like you're the problem. It's beyond terrifying. It's beyond injustice. It's terrifying. I don't get it. Like, as far as human nature goes, I don't get it. She's not going to win a lawsuit. She's not going to go after them because she's not going to win. So why not try to help her? But she would have died if she didn't have the resources within her family to get to another country for help. She would have died.